Djay Pro version 4 Pro mode. They changed 2-deck mode to Pro mode, and in this video, I'm going to show you what's new. Right, so in case you didn't know, version 4 is now out for Djay Pro, so if you don't already have it, go update it now. Alright, welcome back. Once you updated the app, and then you press the middle button, you're gonna see something completely different. It used to be classic mode, and then 2-deck mode, and then the looper, then auto mix, then 1-deck, 4-deck, and video mode. Now they have officially changed 2-deck mode to Pro mode because we are professionals. 2-deck mode sounded kind of stupid. Pro just gives it that professional feeling, and they changed up the graphics here. They're a little bit more sleek, and they look a lot cooler. So the difference between Pro mode and 2-deck mode is kind of subtle, but they changed the jog wheel, which when you're DJing, jog wheels are the most important thing because that's how you control the music. And now they gave us access to so much more information within these professional jog wheels. So if you're used to using Serato or you DJ'd with Serato before, you'll be used to having these jog wheels that have all types of information in them. Also, if you use controllers like the Numark Mix Track FX Platinum or other high-end controllers that display information in the jog wheel, it's very helpful to be able to see everything that you need to know in the jog wheel, your BPM, the time of the song, and all that. And now we have access to it. And also, with these new jog wheels, it's much easier to scratch with because you have a lot more of a surface area. When I would scratch, I used to have to go into classic mode and then use these big jog wheels. But the problem is you have limited visibility to other features in the app. And in Pro mode, we have all the features that we could need. So I'm going to show you guys. First, let me show you how to change the jog wheels. You go over here to settings. You go to appearance. Now you go to jog wheel style. So you get 3 options. The first one that it's going to be set on is compact dark. It's really cool, nice dark jog wheel with all this information in it. Now let's go to the settings again. Appearance, jog wheel, compact. The same thing, but light. So if you like compact light, it's a little easier on the eyes. It's your personal preference, whatever you guys want. And then extended. So with extended, this outside part that would tell you where the track was, you see that little white thing over there? That is going to be replaced by the extended. So the whole thing now is going to be a jog wheel. This is the one that I recommend keeping it on because I am really good at scratching and I usually incorporate scratching into my sets, and this jog wheel is perfect size to scratch. When you're scratching, the size of the jog wheel really makes a difference. So if you're using a controller like this, the Numark DJ to go to touch, the jog wheels are really small, so its less movement is going to make more movement in the track. And with bigger jog wheels, you're going to have more of a precise way to scratch. So what they did was they made, if you're just using the iPad, they made these jog wheels bigger, bolder, and more responsive for scratching. So look, you go over here. You get perfect control when you move your thumb to do scratches. And then your other thumb is right here to do the crossfader. So you could really get those chirp scratches down with just using the iPad. So now you don't need a controller. Controllers are cool, but why need extra stuff when you could do everything with just the iPad? So we have these touch-sensitive, very nice sized jog wheel, considering the amount of information we get to see on the screen. So what do these numbers represent? Let's start with the top one. The top one is our BPM. So if you raise the BPM, lower the BPM, you will see it in real time change on the jog wheels. So we go over here. So now we can see that this track is 98 BPM, the next track is 100 BPM. If we're going to want to blend them together and have them playing at the same time, we're going to need them both to be on the same BPM. And another thing that they updated, if you look here, this is the pitch cue, this little blue musical note. What they changed was if you have it on and then you exit out of the app and load the app back up, it'll stay on. So if you're used to mixing with the key lock on, then just leave it on and you don't have to reset it every time you load up the app. It's really subtle, but it makes a big difference. You don't have to keep pressing the button every time you load it. All right, so we got the BPM up there. Now you see this one to the left that says 0%. That is the percentage of the percent that you've changed the BPM. So let's go up a little bit. So if we go to from 100 to 105, it has increased the BPM by 4.9%. And we could see that right there. Now, why is that important? Because although the key lock helps with getting rid of distortion and changing the pitch if you go lower BPM and higher BPM, it still is going to change the song if you change the BPM. So it's really good to know that it's plus 18%. So if you're going to mix in another song at plus 18%, it's going to sound a little bit funny. Especially if you don't use the pitch cue. So this is without the and then now we put it on. You see how you hear the chipmunks? And now not as much. So now you could always see how much of a percentage you have changed the BPM right there. You could also see it here where the BPM is, but now you just get another view of it. So instead of moving your eyes from the jog wheel down to there, you could see it right in front of you. When you're DJing, every little nanosecond matters, so being able to keep your eyes in one spot and not having to look all over the screen really helps with your DJing. All right, now the next numbers that we see, that is going to be the range. So if you click the BPM button here, now we're in tempo section, and we can change the range. So 8%, that means we're only going to be able to increase the BPM up or down 8%. This is how record players used to be when DJs first started DJing with record players and mixers. The turntables would only go up 8%. Some DJs would take off the top of the turntable and then adjust it so they could get like 20%, but it sometimes messed up the record player. So now we can easily just go over here to BPM, 75%. So now we're going to be 75. Listen to what that sounds like. And then even if we have the pitch lock on, it's still sped up. So it's really good to know that we are increased or decreased by 75%, so we don't end up playing Alvin and the Chipmunks. All right, now the next information, which is really important down here, is the time of the song. Not only do you get the time that you played, so here in the middle it is 10 seconds in, and then there at the bottom you could see how much time is remaining. It's really important to know how much time is remaining in your track so that you don't end up doing a tomato and not having music playing. So now with one glance at the jog wheel, which you're always going to be looking at the jog wheel anyway because that's how you DJ, you could see how much of one song you played and how much is left. So it's good to know how much of one song you played. If you're doing fast mixing, hip-hop, EDM music, and you're not playing the whole songs, then you could say, I played 2 minutes of this song. Maybe that's a little bit much. Let me start mixing in my next song. So now we have that information right there. So if you guys are interested in learning more about the version 4 update to Djay Pro and learning all the stuff you could do with Djay Pro and DJing with the iPad, subscribe to my channel. I make DJ videos every day.